Content warning. On this podcast, we discuss sensitive issues, including, but not limited to, swearing, tasteless jokes, situations of a sexual nature, and drug use. This podcast is not intended for children.
Hello, and welcome to BiblioWrecksotomy, the hybrid, gross, disgusting combo of good and bad to make you happy and sad, and ruin your day, and then make you smile.
We're going to feed you a spoonful of dog shit and then give you some mouthwash about it.
And I hope you're here for it, sadists, because we are... You get to hear us suffer, and then you get to suffer too.
I can't wait, because I wanted to read the one we got suggested, and I've held myself back because I just wanted to experience whatever you had planned for it.
I'm Bugs.
And I'm Bam Bam, and we're Barbie. We're Barbie.
Barbenheimer.
We're Barbenheimering today. It's like 75% Barbie, 25% Oppenheimer today.
That sounds like the correct percentage.
I think that is the correct percentage, because, boy, Oppenheimer, that's just a little too real.
Yeah.
Barbie's super fun.
Yeah.
We're for part of this. I think it might not be super fun in the first half.
To refresh everyone's memory, a few years ago when Barbie came out, the same weekend, Oppenheimer came out with Cillian Murphy, I think. And it was a thing on the internet where people were going and watching both in the same day, one right after the other.
Yeah.
And there were debates of who should go, which one you should watch first, and the psychological trauma you're putting yourself through. And then recently, I watched Barbie with my kids, and they watched it for the first time, and I was rewatching it. And then we got this suggestion. So I'm going first, and mine is an upsetting story.
Yay.
And then afterwards, you will go, and yours is nicer. Content warning for mine is rape and drugging.
Okay.
I think
Oh boy.
maybe
Barbie?
Barbie. Yes.
Okay.
I said this is upsetting.
Sure is. Shit. Okay.
Yeah, and when we get to the end, you might think of other content warning, and you might have to come back and add them.
Yeah, if we come across any more, I'll add them here.
Yes. Whoop. This short story was sent to us by David. Thank you, David.
Thanks, David.
Who also sent me the link to read it. You said this was a weird and concerning piece of flash fiction, and I agree.
It's really short too, isn't it?
Extremely short.
Yeah, that's why we decided to make this kind of a two-parter, because this story
I printed
was...
it on printer paper, 8x11, and it has a bunch of spaces, but it was only 12 pages printed. Like, it's really, really short.
Yeah.
My script is like 5 pages. It's not much.
Yeah.
I have been recently learning about patriarchy and feminism and decentering men. So I've been, watching YouTubers and, reading blogs and stuff like that. Because where I grew up in a overt patriarchal system, I couldn't really understand feminism. I just knew feminism bad. And then realized I was a person, which was my step away from patriarchal thinking, but I hadn't done a lot of internal work to figure out what that means. And then recently just been like, okay, I need to learn about feminism and what it actually means in people's day-to-day lives. Found some different perspectives, yes. So I'm coming into this story having recently been thinking about women's rights and consent and patriarchy and things like that. So my perspective is going to be there. Other people reading it, if they haven't recently been thinking about those things, will just probably feel ick and not know why.
Yeah, that's kind of where I've been for a long time, up until like the last couple of years. Like, a lot of these things just made me uncomfortable and just never could put words to it and never wanted to like look into it closely enough to understand why I was uncomfortable. And I think a lot of people are like that.
Because apparently this short story was used by a professor in a class, and then so many students complained about it being too uncomfortable and it got removed. And our listener chose to read it and then remembered it because it was so disturbing to him. And that's the kind of story we like, where it's memorable. The kind of, whatever kind of bad it is, doesn't matter, but it was memorable.
Like you can be such a, you can make such a piece of shit that it like circles back around to become art again.
This is titled A Real Doll, and it's written by A.M. Holmes. And I'm going to start us out with a quote.
That's the title already just feels fucking sinister.
A Real Doll.
Okay.
And we're starting out quoting the narrator's thoughts. I'm dating Barbie. 3 afternoons a week, while my sister is at dance class, I take Barbie away from Ken. I'm practicing for the future.
Oh God, what the fuck does that mean? What does that mean?
Our narrator is a early teens boy.
Okay. So he's taking... Is this like one of those layered things where you go back and read it again and it's actually this is like a real person? Or is this actually explicitly the sister's doll?
It's very explicitly the sister's doll.
Okay.
It is a piece of plastic.
Okay.
Toy.
Okay, that's fine then. Like I was going down like the Criminal Minds route.
Right. So his sister has a Barbie and Ken doll. This world follows Toy Story rules.
Oh no, that's worse.
She is simultaneously a doll made of plastic, and she has a personality and can talk to him.
Okay. Continue. I'm going to stop making noises.
She doesn't generally move around unless she's interacting with him when he's playing with her, because she's a toy.
Right.
And she doesn't like walk around the house, but she, plays with Jennifer, the little girl, when Jennifer's playing with her because she's a toy. But she talks and can do things.
Okay.
So, Toy Story.
Yeah.
But this was written in the 80s, before Toy Story, but same basic rules apply.
Okay.
The narrator says hi to Barbie and asks if she wants to go outside. So this is how the story begins. She agrees. He carries her by the feet to the backyard.
As you carry a Barbie, yeah.
Yeah, you just grab them by the feet and carry them kind of like a popsicle.
Never thought of it like that.
Well, that's how the narrator's describing it.
That's funny.
He asks what kind of Barbie she is, and she's a tropical Barbie, because each one has a different type.
Right.
Sometimes her voice squeaks, because she's very tiny. So he's sitting there trying to make small talk and trying to talk to her like they're on a date, because he's dating Barbie.
Right. He's
physically
practicing.
He's practicing. He picked her up. He took her to the backyard. They're sitting
Barbie
in the backyard.
know about this?
He does say, quote, "Would you like to go out for a while?"
That's ambiguous.
She gets the idea that they're dating over time.
As long as we've got the idea that she is aware that
like
this
he
is a thing between
says,
them
"Do you
two.
want to go out?" And she says, "Sure." So he picks her up and takes her outside. He's trying to talk to her, and she's trying to talk to him like they are on an awkward first date.
Okay.
So they're both interacting with each other, similar to how you would expect teenagers to awkwardly be trying to talk to each other.
Boy, this juxtaposition is going to be fucking wild, actually, when we get to the other half.
He realizes that Barbie doesn't trust him because she doesn't know him.
This is all right.
So
oh my God, this is getting so dark.
Goes into the house and he gets her a Diet Coke, and he goes to the bathroom and takes one of his parents' Valium.
Oh,
and he
what the fuck
crumbles
is
up
happening?
a Valium into Barbie's Coke.
Oh my God.
Because it was awkward and he can't handle awkward. So
his solution was to
drug her.
I mean, roofie both of them, but yeah, specifically drugging her.
Quote, "I figured if I could be calm and collected, she'd realize I wasn't going to hurt her. I broke another Valium into 1,000,000 small pieces, dropped some slivers into Barbie's Diet Coke, and swished it around so it'd blend.
Oh my God.
I figured if we could be calm and collected together, she'd be able to trust me even sooner. I was falling in love in a way that had nothing to do with love."
Man, okay, so this is uncomfortable because, like, as for myself, being a former super uncomfortable kind of incel-minded younger person, I can see how these wheels turn.
Yes.
And I hate this.
This is so accurate. It's
oh
very
my
scary.
God.
Yes.
I fucking hate this.
His motivation and actions are perfectly representative of what we see all the
Yeah,
time.
very realistic predatory behavior.
But in his mind, it's, well, if we just relax, everything will be better, because he completely ignores what she wants. He has no concern at all about.
Oh my God, this is so fucking dark. I hate this.
I warned you.
I mean, you're right.
I warned you.
Oh boy.
And then it doesn't work quickly enough, so a little later he does it again.
Oh.
And gives her another Coke and takes
God.
another himself. And she starts slurring and giggling.
What is the author? Okay, I'll save that for later. I'll save that question for later.
He is finally able to talk now. He has done
He's
drugged
calm.
himself. He's calm. She's calm. They're calm now and a little dopey because they had too many drugs. And he asks, what's the deal with Ken? He's trying to figure out, are they together?
Oh God.
Because he's kind of trying to figure out if he's like impeding on a relationship here. Because
Yeah.
Ken can't physically come and do anything to him. He's a
Right.
toy. But he's trying to figure out if they're having like a doll relationship that he's
Yeah, that he's not
interfering.
privy to.
Yes. And she says that they're just friends, and they can't be more because Ken has molded plastic hair and a bump on his crotch. There's nothing actually there.
Okay, but so that's the same thing she's got going.
Yeah, but that's her reason for, he's great and all, but we can't be together.
Sure. Okay.
She isn't into him.
Yeah.
They're just good friends.
I mean, Ken's got Alan, so.
And then Barbie throws up because she has been drugged too much.
Man, this is weird.
So they go back inside. That's the end of that day. No, that wasn't the end of the evening, sorry. They're just going back inside from the date because Barbie threw up. He gave her some gum or something to chew and feel better.
Okay.
And now they're going back inside. This is a quote. They're walking into the house, up the stairs, like going back to Jennifer's room, the little sister. Quote, I popped her whole head into my mouth, and Barbie's hair separated into single strands like Christmas tinsel and caught in my throat, nearly choking me. I could taste layer on layer of makeup, Revlon, Max Factor, and Maybelline. I closed my mouth around Barbie and could feel her breath in mine. I could hear her screams in my throat. Her teeth, white, pearl drops, Pepsodent, and the whole Osmond family bit my tongue and the inside of my cheek like I might accidentally bite myself. I closed my mouth around her neck and held her suspended, her feet uselessly kicking the air in front of my face. Before pulling her out, I pressed my teeth lightly into her neck, leaving marks Barbie described as scars of her assault, but which I imagined as a new age necklace of love.
Oh my God. What? Fucking what? Where do I begin?
Really uncomfortable. Really upsetting.
Like, writing her as saying that this was her assault. Mm-hmm. And him, like, dismissing it.
He disagrees with her because he enjoyed it. Therefore, it wasn't an assault because he enjoyed it.
Why did he put the doll's head? Why?
He was-
Sans living doll. Mm-hmm. Why would you put any doll's head in your mouth?
He was imagining himself as a lion and a lion tamer, so that he was the lion and she was lion tamer, and he had like power over her, or like he was Godzilla.
Oh, that's so fucking weird.
He is enjoying having power over her and showing her that he can do this, and he's enjoying it.
Oh, boy, I don't like that. Go on.
No, it's and then she's scared and upset
Yeah.
because she's like, you're trying to like bite my head off, literally. That was really scary. And he knows that Jennifer, the little sister, plays roughly with Barbie, so this shouldn't be a big deal. He mentally downgrades what he did because the little 9-year-old sister also is rough with her and carries her by her hair and swings her around and whatever. Mm-hmm. And then he's upset that she's upset. He doesn't want her to be upset.
Yes, her getting upset is her getting upset at him.
Right, and that's the wrong thing.
God damn,
that's the problem.
Oh my God, that is such... Why is that such a common male behavior?
Yes.
Like, I've had that in myself and eventually recognized it, but that's so weird. Why is that so common?
Men do not enjoy being held accountable.
That's yeah, I guess that is what it is. Men do
not like being told that what they did is wrong.
Mm-hmm. Damn. Sucks.
So she's talking to him, and she's really upset and saying, like, you're being a typical male. And he feels really proud of that. And then, quote, she's saying to him, quote, why do you have to do things you know you shouldn't? And worse, you do them with a light in your eye, like you're getting some weird pleasure that only another boy would understand. You're all the same, she said. You're all Jack Nicholson. I refused to put her back in Jennifer's room until she forgave me, until she understood that I'd done what I did with only the truest of feeling, no harm intended. Like, this is Abuser's Handbook.
Right. Like, I can't help but feel like in this story, Barbie is like a stand-in for like a real person in a real situation is what it feels like.
And at the very beginning, it said he's practicing for later.
Right.
This is all in his head.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yes.
Oh, no.
But this is in his head. We can agree a plastic doll didn't actually come to life. He's having conversation. He's playing.
Yeah.
But in his playing, he's hurting her and then arguing with her. And he probably saw this play out with either parents or other people or in movies. How many movies do we see? Like, a guy hurts his girlfriend and then she has to apologize for upsetting him. Like, I mean, that does happen, and you're supposed to know it's bad, but sometimes that gets thrown up as a laugh. There's a lot of abusive couples in TV and movies.
Yeah. Holy shit. This is weird. This is wild.
Mm-hmm. And he won't let her go. He will not return her to her home until she agrees and is finally like, yes, I know you didn't mean to hurt me. Like, God. Fine. So
I can remember like situations like that, not with me specifically, but you know, seeing that kind of situation play out with a couple. Oh God, it's so uncomfortable because it's so real.
It's so real. Yeah, and it is how abusers feel because they feel entitled to having a positive self-image no matter what they do. Like, they believe that what they do is good because they did it. When someone else argues with them or disagrees, it's puncturing that positive self-image.
Right.
Because they don't want to be held accountable for what they're doing.
Hurting their ego.
Yes.
Yeah. God damn. I wasn't ready for this. Yeah. I was in too good a mood for this.
Why did I say we needed to warm up and get me in a more positive mood so I could come back down?
You're right. All right.
He puts Barbie back in Jennifer's room, but Jennifer's like getting home. And he lies and says he killed a bee, and that's why he was in her room. Because, why are you in my room next to my Barbie? Oh, I was killing a bee. Okay. Because he's stinking around. No one doesn't want anyone to know he's playing with a Barbie.
Predatory. Yep. Okay.
So the next Friday, he takes a Valium ahead of time, and he gives Barbie a Diet Coke with 1/8 of a Valium. Because he's figured out that's the amount he can give her without killing her.
Oh, man. This is so...
Yeah. And she can't walk, and he's like, why? And it's because Jennifer has been chewing on Barbie's feet. And the toes are mostly gone.
This is terrible.
Because she's a little kid, and Barbie feet. Have you ever played with a Barbie? Have you ever held one?
So do you know how their feet?
Yeah, they're like a different type of plastic on the end.
Yeah,
and
they're
it's
like
a much
kind of
softer,
rubbery.
Rubbery shoe, like so they can go into the Barbie shoes. And then the rest of the body is that hard plastic. And so if you have little kids who are sensory seeking, that kind of rubber is exactly what they want to chew on.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
So I have a quote. I sat on the edge of my sister's bed, my head in my hands. My sister was biting Barbie's feet off, and Barbie didn't seem to care. She didn't hold it against her, and in a way I liked her for that. I liked the fact she understood how we all have little secret habits that seem normal to us, but which we know better than to mention out loud. I started imagining things I might be able to get away with.
Ah!
Because abusers, if they know that you have been a victim of abuse in a different situation, they'll see where the line is.
This has to be on purpose, right?
We're going to talk about that at the end. We can discuss motivation and other things later.
Fine.
We're in the story.
Shit.
Stay on the tracks.
I'm trying to get away from the story. I hate it. Let me look at this from a distance, please.
No, it is very up close, personal, and upsetting.
All right.
Our poor listener read this a long time ago and remembered how upsetting it was. And this was taken off of a syllabus.
Yeah.
This was taken off of a syllabus. It was so upsetting to students.
I can see why a college professor would be interested in using this.
Yes, like this is valuable. But if you haven't been thinking about feminism, consent, patriarchy, you would just feel ick and not know why, you know?
Yeah.
So they go to his bedroom, and he puts her feet in his mouth and sucks on them. And Barbie says it feels really good.
All right.
They talk a bit, and then he lays on the bed and puts Barbie on his belly. And he asks how she feels about him, and she says not to worry about it.
That's a weird response.
Because he's trying to figure out, is she into me? And she doesn't want to really answer.
I don't know what to do with that. Is it because he's imposing his perspective on it, so he doesn't know what the answer would be? Like, he's struggling to come up with an answer to that question.
Possibly. I'm not sure. I'm not sure either.
Yeah.
She touches his chest under his shirt.
I'm just imagining the little Barbie.
It actually is described in the story as having little tiny toothpicks petting your chest hair. And like...
that's great.
Actually, yeah, I have the quote here for it. Quote, "Her fingers were like the ends of toothpicks performing some subtle ancient torture, a dance of boy death across my chest. Barbie crawled all over me like an insect who'd run into one too many cans of Raid."
Ew.
And did you ever watch... Oh, what was the name of that movie? Shoot. Was it Toy Soldiers? It came out, I think, in the 90s.
Yeah.
And it was these G.I. Joe men, and
Yeah.
they fight, and they kill a bunch of Barbies and fight each other and whatever.
Yeah.
It made me think of that movie where they just kind of scuttled the dolls across places. And he gets turned on, so he rolls over and grinds against the bed. And then he rolls over again and touches her breasts with his finger. And then he sets her on his crotch and opens his fly, and his penis comes out. You knew where this was going.
Yeah.
You knew where this was going. Okay.
It's just funny. Like, I'm trying to decide whether the author is like a comedic genius or the biggest fucking weirdo, and I haven't decided yet.
It's simultaneously funny and upsetting.
Yeah.
Yes. Quote, "She was on me, and I couldn't help wanting to get inside her. I turned Barbie over and was on top of her, not caring if I killed her. Her hands..."
God.
This is a 12-inch doll.
Yeah.
"Her hands pressed so hard into my stomach that it felt like she was performing an appendectomy. I was on top, trying to get between her legs, almost breaking her in half. But there was nothing there, nothing to fuck except a small thin line that was supposed to be her ass crack. I rubbed the thin line, the back of her legs, and the space between her legs. I turned Barbie's back to me so I could do it without having to look at her face."
Don't look at me, Barbie. I have shame. Oh, God. That's so fucking funny, but so fucking weird. Oh, God. Oh, boy.
I'm so glad you didn't read this because I have become numb to this and have no recollection of how I felt. I have blocked it out.
I wouldn't have been able to do this one. I would have just kept laughing. Oh, my God. That's crazy.
He comes all over Barbie.
Sorry. Keep going.
And he takes her to the bathroom and cleans her up. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll keep going. At dinner, he asks Jennifer if she is teething, because he has noticed she's chewing.
Oh my God, this is so fucking gross. It's gross again. Damn it. She puts that doll in her mouth.
Yes.
It's
And then
bad
he
again.
put it in his mouth, knowing she chewed on it.
Right, damn it.
Yes.
It got bad again.
And, like, he notices that she chews her nails and, chews on Barbie. And so he's like, are you teething? Because she's, like, elementary age, like, probably 8 or 9-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And then their dad is like, leave her alone. Yeah, just leave. What are you doing? Leave her alone. Because they know she's not teething. You don't teethe at 9, but she's probably dealing with anxiety and stress.
Sure. That is a weird little layer to it. Like, does he have, like, some weird feelings about women? Because it, like, extrapolating on just that one moment. It is just one moment, and it's, like, a normal moment. But could he, like, just be subconsciously mad because maybe his dad has some favoritism toward his sister?
There actually is stuff going on with the sister.
Okay.
That I'll bring up more in a little bit.
Oh, God.
Not necessarily sexual.
Okay.
He doesn't do anything to the sister.
Thank God.
Really. But she's, like, having anxiety and stress about, like, starting puberty.
Okay.
Because she hasn't hit puberty, but she is stressed and anxious.
Yeah, normal.
And that's normal.
Mm-hmm.
She's having normal little kid anxiety. Because, like, her mom's saying, we need to go buy you some jeans. You don't have money, play clothes. And she says, I don't want jeans. Jeans are for boys. And the dad says, well, your grandma wears pants. And she was like, no, because they don't have a fly. If they have a fly, you can only wear those if you have a penis. And, like, so the little girl is internalizing these messages that girls do these things, boys do those things. Mm-hmm. I have to be a girl. I have to be this certain way. And she's really anxious and chewing and doing stuff like that to deal with the anxiety.
Huh.
And he is just mad because he feels like it's being taken out on Barbie. And he doesn't want her to hurt Barbie.
Only he can hurt Barbie.
Right. When he does it, it's okay. He doesn't want her to do stuff to Barbie.
She's his victim.
Kind of. Yeah.
Okay. So weird ownership stuff.
Yeah. He goes to Toys R Us to buy a present for Barbie. Because those existed in the 80s.
What the fuck?
Toys R Us, because they had...
Sorry, I'm getting caught up on buying your toy. It fucked me up for a second, but yeah, that makes sense.
Well, because they had so many accessories.
Yeah, I mean, it makes
like,
sense.
so many accessories. Mm-hmm. Let me see.
Is he gonna buy her some new fucking feet? Like, I'm just imagining, like, the sister, like, chewed these feet, like, flat.
No, she just chewed off the toes.
Yeah.
And so he's wanting to, like, woo her. He's wanting to date Barbie,
right.
And he knows you buy a girlfriend a gift.
Okay.
So he took a bus and walked all the way to a Toys R Us, walked down the aisle, and he picks out a grand piano.
What?
A little Barbie grand piano, like a little toy.
I mean, yeah, I guess so.
Because he figures if anyone catches him with it, he can say it's for Jennifer. Right?
Okay.
It's a gift for her to go with her Barbies.
Sure.
And, like, he thought about buying clothes and these other things, and he's like, I don't know what to get her. This seemed like a nice gift. One evening, Jennifer is jumping in the backyard, so he gives Barbie the piano, and she really likes it. And she, like, starts playing on it. And then Jennifer falls down and comes inside, so he has to, like, grab Barbie and put her away and put the piano away. And he helps clean up her knees. She's crying because her knees hurt, so he makes her a special Diet Coke.
Oh.
Because that is how...
Not the special Diet Coke.
That's how this boy, that's the only way he knows how to deal with upset.
Okay, so...
And I'm guessing that was modeled to him by his parents.
Right, I was going to ask, how many times is his dad, like, just dosing his mom?
Or his mom saying, I can't deal with this, and going to her bathroom and taking a pill. Like, it was pretty common for people to joke about popping a Valium in the 80s.
Yeah.
Like, that was a whole trope. And I'm just horrified at drugs of this class being available to children,
Right.
And the dangers of
Yeah.
that risk. Quote, "Drink this," I said, handing it to her. She took 4 giant gulps, and immediately I felt guilty about having used a whole Valium. "Why don't you give a little to your Barbie?" I said. "I'm sure she's thirsty too." Barbie winked at me, and I could have killed her. First off, for doing it in front of Jennifer, and second, because she didn't know what the hell she was winking about.
What the fuck? Wait, he's dosing the sister?
He gave a Diet Coke to
And
Jennifer.
a whole Valium.
And a whole Valium because her knees hurt from falling down and getting gravel in them. He's trying to clean up her knees and help her, and she's crying because it hurts, so he goes and makes her a Coke.
Uh-huh.
And then...
And he's like, hey, you should share this with Barbie. And then Barbie's just like...
Barbie winks at him.
And he's like, why are you winking, you stupid bitch?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Because...
This is fucking crazy.
Yeah, he's like, she doesn't know I'm drugging her. Like, Barbie shouldn't know I'm drugging her, so why is she winking at me? And we don't know why Barbie's winking at him, because she shouldn't know.
Right.
But maybe she does,
Maybe
and
she's
we don't
just
know.
like, yeah, I want some Coke.
Yes. Maybe she knows that drinking Diet Coke is very relaxing these days.
She's like, yeah, the last couple of times I had a Coke, I felt pretty relaxed.
Had a great time. One Wednesday, Ken and Barbie have their heads switched. Did you ever see little kids do that to each other's Barbies?
I was the kid doing that.
Yep. Because they kind of just like pop out of the shoulders. And I was trying to remember if the head has like a ball joint on it that goes into the body.
I think there were different versions because there was that version, and then there was also the version where the head was just like rubber,
and it was
like
hollow.
solid, yeah, and hollow, and you could like just squeeze Barbie's face flat,
and then put it. And the shoulder was the neck was like the shoulder socket part. Okay, because I was trying to like I haven't seen a Barbie in years and years, and I haven't played. I wasn't allowed to have Barbie as a kid, but like I had one single one. But my friends had Barbies, and their brothers would tear their heads and legs off. So like I knew what the different pieces look like. I was just trying to mentally figure this part out.
I'm imagining this one's one of the solid head Barbies.
Okay, because there's like a hole in the neck for these Barbies.
Okay.
So
this Barbie's had the neck surgery because she smokes it because it's the 80s.
Because, like, I think the head pops into the neck,
Yeah.
not onto... Yeah. Anyway.
I'm just imagining what his headcanon would be to explain the neck hole. I don't know what that surgery is called whenever you smoke and it damages your throat.
Oh, and you have to use that voice like, modulator thing. So he picks up Ken's body, and Barbie's head falls off. Jennifer had pushed pins into Barbie's head to make earrings for her ears. The head falls down. He sees the pin cushion with pins. He sees that there's pins in Barbie, and she's complaining about a headache, and he says that her head is full of pins. And she says, is that supposed to be a compliment? And he hates her.
What?
She is getting smart alecky with him, because she knows what happened to her. He's observing it and pointing it out to her. And she's like, is that supposed to be a compliment? Like, she's annoyed because she has a headache. She has pins in her head. He made a dorky statement. And now he's mad at her for back-talking him.
Your head's full of pins.
Yeah, like, he's mad at her.
That's so weird.
So he doesn't pick up her head. He instead looks at Ken's body. And he rubs on the crotch and gets a boner. The crotch of the Ken doll is a bump.
And he?
That gives the boy a boner.
Right. Okay.
And Barbie is over there whining and asking for help, but because she's just a head on the floor, and he is distracted, and he decides to jerk off to the Ken doll, and then at the last minute, stick it on his penis and come inside Ken.
Not where I thought this was going.
And he is sitting there thinking, well, I'm a boy and he's a boy. We're just doing boy things. And he's like mentally trying to be like, I'm not gay, but maybe I'm kind of gay. But I really liked this and it made me hard and I don't know what I'm thinking. And so he's like standing there kind of having this mental, doesn't know what to do with this. It was just what he was wanting at the moment.
Yeah.
And then he suddenly remembers that this doll doesn't belong to him. And he needs to go wash it.
Okay.
So he takes it into the bathroom and he washes it out and then scrubs the inside of it with Jennifer's toothbrush.
Holy shit.
So when I said he didn't do anything to Jennifer, that's kind of technically
Yeah.
correct, but using Jennifer's toothbrush
that's
on a toy that he used is quite disturbing and disgusting. He literally doesn't think about anyone else as a person around him.
Yeah.
He doesn't consider this is somebody else's property, I shouldn't
yeah.
bother it.
I just need to not get caught. I
Yes.
don't need to care.
Yes. So long as nobody notices, I can do whatever I want. Very, very teenage boy.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, boys are not held accountable for their actions or punished because the phrase, boys will be boys, is used a lot.
Yeah.
You know?
Kind of sweeps a lot of stuff under the rug. That's, yeah.
Like, I knew a kid who would just go around grinding his heart on his cousins, and he didn't get punished. Because boys will be boys, and we're going to pretend it's funny. Instead of pointing out that that is inappropriate, he needs to be punished and stopped. Because at 13 is the time you need to learn that.
Yeah.
You don't do that to people. It's not funny, you know?
Yeah.
But because the adults were just not wanting to address it, it became more aggressive, and the behavior got worse.
Yeah, it didn't get curtailed, so it was allowed to spread.
Yeah. He finally picks up Barbie's head, and she wants to know what was going on and what took so long. And he says he was just taking care of Ken.
He sure was.
And she wants to know what they're going to go do because she's assuming they're going on a date. That's what they've been doing every Friday. Let's go on a date.
Get in, Barbie. Let's go, Barbie. Okay.
There's probably so many Barbie jokes we're missing just because
Yeah,
this
I'm
is
sure
so
there
awful.
are. I just can't.
It's just too...
I can't get into the Barbie spirit right now.
yeah.
Because
Yep.
holy shit, this is something.
Yeah.
This is like an episode of Criminal Minds. It's I'm in SVU world.
And he says he needs to bring Ken back because he was in the bathroom washing it, and now he needs to put it back in Jennifer's room. So he sets Barbie down, goes back, and then plays with Ken again because he can't help himself.
He found the happy button, and now he can't stop pressing it.
And I don't know if he washes the doll that time.
Yeah.
Because in his mind, he was fantasizing, like earlier in the story in Toys R Us, he was fantasizing having doll after doll and just coming on them and throwing them away and getting a new doll and doing it again. You know, and he's imagining filling up Ken with his fluid and like corking him like a perfume bottle. Like he's just imagining how much this is pleasuring him and obsessing over it in his head.
I don't know what to do with this. This stopped being familiar to me, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with this anymore.
I think it does show kind of the progression
Yeah.
of where you're not treating people like they're people. So you keep getting worse until someone smacks some sense into your head
Sure.
or whatever, or teaches you manners, but you will just keep like degrading, like socially degrading. So he finally picks up Barbie and he puts the correct heads on the correct bodies and he carries her to his room and she says to fuck her. And he pulls off Barbie's clothes and Jennifer has drawn pubic hair on Barbie's crotch.
Huh.
Because she's 9.
Right,
She might be developing some or knows it's coming or has seen it on other girls.
Okay.
She is interacting with Barbie to deal with her own feelings around gender and her own changes.
Yeah.
So he sees that Jennifer had drawn pubic hair. Quote,
God.
I spit directly onto Barbie and with my thumb and first finger rubbed the ink lines, erasing them.
Whoa.
Barbie moaned.
Oh, God. Okay.
So they do Barbie sex, doll sex.
They sure do.
And he asks her, why do you let her do this to you? Jennifer owns me, Barbie moaned. Jennifer owns me, she said, so easily and with pleasure. I was totally jealous. Jennifer owned Barbie, and it made me crazy. Obviously, it was one of those relationships that could only exist between women. Jennifer could own her because it didn't matter that Jennifer owned her. Jennifer didn't want Barbie. She had her. So he is mixing up this idea of little children being destructive with their toys and what he's doing to this
It's
persona he's created in his head. Because at no point in time do we see Jennifer interacting with Barbie like Barbie's a person.
Yeah.
He's interacting with Barbie in his mind as if she's a person.
Yeah.
And angry that Jennifer can destroy a toy and he can't.
Yeah. God, that's weird. Like, he's just using what empathy he does have on the doll sometimes. On just the parts that let him be mad at his sister.
Have you ever met abusive men like that who will be like, oh, I can't believe your old boyfriend did that to you, or oh, I can't believe your boss was like that to you.
Yeah.
And then
When
they
it suits
turn
them
around
and do the same thing.
the same type of thing.
Yeah.
But they're mad because a lot of times these men behave as if the girl is property.
Is part of their property, yeah. It's an ownership thing.
It's an ownership thing.
It's not the fact that they did that to them. It's the fact that they did that to something that they see as belonging to them. Yeah.
Yes.
They did that to them. They didn't do that to the girl.
Yes.
They did that to the man who owns the property now.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you will see that a good way to tell if someone has deeply internalized misogyny is if the argument, what if that was your daughter, actually changes their mind.
Yeah.
If that changes their mind, that means they believe it impacts them because that's their daughter.
Their property.
Their property, you're damaging their property now. Not because that woman that this thing happened to is a person. We have to turn it into, what if she was your sister? What if she was your mother? What if she was your daughter? Because we're trying to pull some of that empathy that they can kind of feel.
Forcing empathy in the one avenue they can recognize.
Right. But it's still because it impacts them, not because it impacts her.
Yeah. It's like forcing empathy through like the most selfish channel.
Yes. Can I make you care about this because you're selfish?
Yeah.
Please. Can I? He says that she's perfect, and she says she's getting fat. There's scratches on Barbie's chest and stomach from Jennifer cutting at her. So Jennifer is dealing with her own feelings around her body, which can be really disorienting. Boys do have changes, but for girls, they're a lot more visible to other people. You grow breasts, they're uncomfortable, they get in the way, and then everyone sees them, and men start sexualizing you the minute you have boobs, no matter how old you are. Other boys will stop playing with you. You are no longer treated like a kid anymore, even if you're 10.
Yeah.
And so she is struggling with all of this and taking it out on Barbie.
Yeah.
That is a somewhat normal childhood developmental behavior.
Sure.
Is to see kids, maybe destroy their toys because they're having anxiety and stress, and that's how they're expressing it.
Yeah. And that's like a healthy-ish avenue.
Right. It's better than...
It could be a warning sign.
It could be. But it's, it's not killing a puppy. It's not torturing a kitten.
Yeah.
It's one of those that you would want to intervene and check, is this kid okay?
Yeah.
Take them to a therapist or talk to their teachers or somebody. Make sure nothing else is going on. But, so many kids cut off all the hair off of Barbie's head.
Yeah.
That's why you have Weird Barbie,
you have Weird Barbie
in the movie. Because we know it's a toy. We treat it like it's a thing. Because we know it's not a person. Right? They fucked, and Barbie hadn't liked that word at first. And he's thinking about how she says, fuck me, like, let's go have sex.
Let's go. Sorry. No.
And he thinks about how she didn't like the word fuck at the beginning of the relationship, and now she says it, and he realizes that means it's the end of their relationship.
Oh, so that like ruined something for him.
Because she didn't like it, he liked it more. And now that she's changed her mind from it being making love, because he laughed at her when she said that, to fucking, now he's like, oh, whatever. Like,
this isn't fun anymore because I'm not making you uncomfortable.
Yes. Like, she has agreed to the rules now, and now he doesn't like it. Because before, he wanted it to be rough and what he wanted. Friday comes, and he goes into Jennifer's room. It smells disgusting. Barbie is dressed in a fancy dress, shoes, and belt, and he imagines tying the belt across her face.
God damn.
He sees a dark scar on her chest and pulls the dress down. She protests, but he sees it. Jennifer had cut it off and then melted Barbie's breasts.
Huh.
He looks at the burns and he's nauseous because melting plastic smells really gross.
Yeah.
Quote, "With my index finger, I touched the edge of the burn as lightly as I could. The round rim of her scar broke off under my finger. I almost dropped her. 'It's just a reduction,' Barbie said. 'Jennifer and I are even now.'" Barbie was smiling. She had the same expression on her face as when I first saw her and fell in love. She had the same expression she always had, and I couldn't stand it. She was smiling and she was burned. She was smiling and she was ruined. I pulled her dress back up above the scar line. I put her down carefully on the doily on top of the dresser and started to walk away. "Hey," Barbie said, "aren't we going to play?" The end.
Huh. This was incredibly upsetting, majorly affecting, and I can't see it not being done purposefully.
I believe it was done on purpose.
Yeah.
The author is a woman.
Like there's, okay, yeah.
Do you see why we had to get to the end before we could talk about this?
Okay, yeah. I'm glad we waited.
The author is a woman, and she has other works of hers has won awards. Like, she is apparently a good author.
Yeah.
I think this was a good story in the way it was written. It was extremely effective. It was very upsetting.
Yeah. It's supposed to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think this was an exploration of how men treat women as objects.
Yeah. And like how it could start in this scenario. Yeah, this felt like way too insightful to just be like a gross thing.
Yes.
Or something.
If this, I don't think it would have been effective written from a male's perspective. Because I have read, rape fantasies and gross stuff by men, and it is not written like this. It is not honest. It is not honest. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Here. This is honest.
It's presented wrong.
Yes.
Presented dishonestly.
It's justifying. The entitlement is unseen by the author because it's inside of him.
Yeah.
You only can kind of grasp it from the outside watching it.
And he doesn't, from that perspective, doesn't have to deal with it on the other end.
And even though we never hear from Barbie's perspective, we never see from her, we can see what's being done to her is bad. The story doesn't sugarcoat it. It doesn't hide what is being done to her. And we feel empathy for Barbie. The narrator does not. So other people will read this and feel uncomfortable.
Right.
Or maybe men will read this. Like, if you had read this when you were like 20, you probably would have felt kind of disgusted and not really known what to do with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you wouldn't have been thinking about some of these different sociological issues that are being commented on.
Yeah.
And as always, I have to pull out a Terry Pratchett quote. "Evil begins when you begin to treat people as things."
Yeah.
And I think that is the whole point of this, is all of the things that happen to Barbie are things men do to women every day around the world. And we find it upsetting because it's a doll who's helpless and can't move and can't leave. But when it's a woman...
But we ignore it when it's real
because
women.
she should have left. She should have chosen better. She should have made different choices. What was she wearing?
Even though a lot of times they're just as trapped as Barbie was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because in situations, you don't have money, you don't have a car, you don't have a family to run to. Like, I know a woman who was able to divorce and leave her husband within a day because she moved in with her family. And they built a kitchen in their basement for her.
And not everyone's
and she could
got
just,
that.
poof, just move. And I'm sure it was still hard to leave.
Sure.
But there are so many women
that don't have that kind of support network.
Right. They don't have family who will be supportive. They don't have anyone to help them. They don't have the money.
They don't have family that is capable of helping them. Like they're still living in like the same single wide you grew up in or something, where there wasn't enough room then.
Right. And there's no help. And so I think this would be read very differently by different people.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really good. It was very upsetting. It kind of ruined my morning having to reread this and then writing the script for it. And it's a very short story. If I remember to, I will link the blog where you can read it whenever we release this. So yeah, all of the trigger warnings around, rape and consent and drugging, because, we can so easily see this happening in a college dorm.
Yeah.
all of those same experimental, well, we just need to relax. Well, if she was relaxed, she'd know I wasn't trying to hurt her. Well, I didn't really hurt her. I was leaving marks on her of like new age love.
Or
well,
like
what if this other person did these things to her, so maybe I can get away with these things. All of the same things men tell themselves to justify what they're doing.
Yeah. God damn.
Even the name of the story is a phrase you would hear in old movies, and the phrase being, she's a real doll.
Oh boy, I can't wait to get back to that, actually.
Because a real doll is the name of it, and that is a phrase used to objectify women. You're turning them into an object that is not real and has no autonomy.
Yeah.
And I hate it, but it's an A.
Yeah, it really does.
It's really the most hateful A I can give it.
Yeah. That was crazy. I really wasn't expecting that to be an insightful piece, actually. I thought this was going to be like some unaware creep wrote a rape fantasy about a Barbie doll back in the 80s, like just some creep in the 80s. That's really what I thought this was going to be. I'm so glad I didn't read this. I was so tempted to read this.
The author won the Women's Prize for Fiction, and her memoir, The Mistress's Daughter, was published to international acclaim.
Huh.
Like, she's known as a good author. She's written 13 books of fiction, short stories, nonfiction. Like, I would be interested in reading her other stuff because I think she's a good author. And as short as it is, it's very, very effective. Everything seems to mean something, even though, like, let's see. I read it the first time when it got sent to us. And then I read it the second time this morning. And then read some of it going through it now. And each time I read it, I've noticed something a little more, each time.
Yeah, layers.
Yeah. And I think there's probably a lot of layers. So, yeah, you should
I think I'm going to read this when I go home this evening.
Yeah, because it's...
Because that sounds so interesting.
And then you'll have to...
Like, I'm excited to feel... I'm excited to feel that visceral feeling of self-disgust. That's what I'm excited for.
Oh, boy. Yep. So we're going to take a quick break and go bleach our eyeballs and gargle with chlorine.
Yeah. And then we're going to come back for our palate cleanser.
Yay.
Yay. Ads. Hello, bad book loving friends. Just updating our socials. We're on Blue Sky now at bugs-bibliowrecks.bsky.social. We have a Substack at Bugs and Books, and the profile name is Bugs at BiblioWrecks. And of course, our website, BiblioWrecks.com. Drop us a message and check out the content that Bugs works on. She's really good at the social stuff. And let's get back to that bad book. And we're back, and hopefully those ads weren't too explosive, because this second half of this episode is gonna be the bomb. Second half is about Oppenheimer. And Barbie also here.
Yeah, because the original goal was to do Barbie and then Oppenheimer.
Well, I was originally looking for just a strict Oppenheimer fan fiction. Mm-hmm. And I could not find anything that did not look like it was literally written by a child.
Oh, well, listeners, if you want to write niche fan fiction, Oppenheimer is open.
Open market.
There's availability there. Werewolves are full. Oppenheimer is got space there.
Yeah,
space to grow.
Yeah, there wasn't really like anything to judge on the few things that I did find. Mm-hmm. But the only other thing I found was this one.
Oh boy.
And it's a Barbenheimer romance.
Okay.
This one is called Think I Want to Twist the Plot This Time.
Think I Want to Twist the Plot This Time.
Yeah, not the best name, I don't think.
Yeah, not the easiest to say out loud.
Yeah, but not really necessary for fanfiction, probably.
Right,
maybe.
True.
By Eliza Darling on fanfiction.net.
Okay.
Yeah, when we originally got the suggestion for a real doll, we saw how short it was. Mm-hmm. So, wanted to do this one, and wanted it to also be bad originally, because, that's the show. Mm-hmm. And when you're looking for like something weirdly specific, you make it to fanfiction land pretty fast.
Yeah.
And I was fully expecting to pick up some sloppily put together Barbie Oppenheimer romance just for the yucks, and we could stick to the theme of Barbenheimer. Mm-hmm. I was really surprised to find this story.
Okay.
There's something really interesting to me about earnestly writing a story about something as silly as, like, the Barbenheimer meme. Mm-hmm. And full disclosure, I still haven't watched Oppenheimer yet.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Okay. Lily has watched it. I have been in the room while Oppenheimer was playing, apparently.
That's true for a lot of movies.
Yes.
You don't need a sleep aid. You need a movie playing in the background.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like I've got like the basic idea. I know the history around Oppenheimer a bit, so, rough idea anyway. But I definitely watched Barbie because I watched it with you and producer Jay.
And Lily.
And Lily.
Yeah, we did a double date.
Yeah.
That was fun.
So this story was posted in 5 chapters. What was fun for me, at the beginning and end of the chapters, the author has these little notes that are about, writing the story and a little bit of their process. Mm-hmm. Like, for instance, over the course of the first 3 chapters, this author watched the Oppenheimer and Barbie movies at least 7 times each.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's
insane. That's crazy.
That's some devotion to your craft.
It is devoted for sure. Like, I could see rewatching Oppenheimer like maybe more than once. Mm-hmm. Like, that one seems like there's a lot going on in there. I could definitely see that. But Barbie?
I mean, I enjoed it the second time I saw
that movie.
Yeah, I loved it.
But I think if I had to watch it like more than twice in a month, I think I'd like set something on fire. It's just too. I love that movie, but it's just a little too itself for me. Also, if I had to see Ryan Gosling that often, too much for me. Too much.
I'm thinking of the combined time, because I know people were talking about how that's basically an all-day event when they were doing it, and how you would time breaks and stuff.
Yeah. And this author did this like multiple times.
Yep. Hats off to you.
Yeah. So the author is clearly knowledgeable on these 2 movies. Mm-hmm. I would say might be the authority. On this now, actually.
Probably.
And if they pay, like, just imagine like how much they paid for tickets. If they paid for tickets and like lowballing the ticket price at like $10 a ticket, that's pretty $140.
So they 7 times did Barbenheimer.
Yeah.
Not just separately watched each. 7 times.
Well, I don't know if they Barbenheimered it every time.
Because that would be kind of a different experience.
Yeah.
People talked about the mindfuck that Barbenheimer specifically was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm assuming they at least Barbenheimered once.
Right.
But yeah, they never say specifically that they were doing that specific experience several times.
Yeah.
But they definitely did watch Oppenheimer several times and Barbie several times. Mm-hmm. So maybe separately, it just never said. But yeah, some dedication, and it's for a fanfic that they're probably not making money off of.
Yeah, probably not.
Just love of the game. And I respect the shit out of that. So for anyone that may want to read this, I'll give a basic overview and you can decide if you're interested. Mm-hmm. Barbie finds a way to time travel to the 40s. She observes the differences between the modern world, the 40s, and Barbie Land through the lens of someone exploring their burgeoning humanity. When she meets an interesting, blue-eyed, sharp-featured physicist at a bar. Barbie's inner dialogue is interesting. The sex is vanilla, but very well written. Summary over. Go read it. It's free on fanfiction.net. Think I want to twist the plot this time. So, go read that.
Okay.
Now that you're back, I'll get into the review. Chapter 1. We reestablish Barbie living as a normal human in L.A. She's roommates with Gloria, Sasha, and Ryan from the movie.
Okay.
Not Ryan Gosling.
Right. No, the dad.
The husband.
Yeah.
A note at the end of this chapter, Gloria's husband didn't actually get named in the movie.
Oh,
So the author used America Ferrera's actual husband's name. That's fun.
that's fun.
I love fun facts.
I like that.
Barbie enjoys human life, trips to CVS, lattes at Starbucks, watching Bridgerton. Mm-hmm. She's doing the modern human experience.
Right.
As much as Barbie enjoys her new life, she still feels set apart from humanity. Mm-hmm. She's never experienced real romance, Tinder dates with superficially perfect LA people that Barbie just doesn't click with, and whatever relationship she had with Ken, whatever that accounts for, still about the same level as the Tinder dates.
Right. Yeah.
Gloria is busy working from home, and Sasha is working on a project on World War II, which works as a good way to provide a little bit of relevant exposition, which is...
Yeah, that's actually good.
It's
That's
clever. Yeah. So Barbie decides to go visit Barbie Land for the night, and then come back to work and school the next day. Ryan nicely offers to drive her to Venice, so she can rollerblade back to Barbie Land. If I did have a complaint about this story, it's the complete lack of friction.
Everything's too easy.
Pretty much everyone is nice except for one racist background character.
Okay.
But the conflict of the story just isn't between people.
Oh, okay.
Which I would say is more the norm. The conflict of the story is with Barbie herself. Her going through the experience, that's the friction. That's the conflict of the story. Getting out of her comfort zone and having an experience. Mm-hmm. Which I think is fine. Good
Yeah,
even.
yeah.
Ryan drops her off, and Barbie absolutely blades the way to Barbie Land. Just as she's about to switch to the snowmobile portion of the cutaway gag, she looks over and sees a horse and carriage, and thinks how crazy Ken would have went for it.
Horses.
Mm-hmm. It's a good little callback. It's
Yeah,
fun.
I like that.
Then she recalls a conversation with Gymnast Barbie, or Weird Barbie. Mm-hmm. Barbie had asked about the carriage once when she saw it before. Gymnast Barbie says, yeah, she used it once to try to meet the kid who played with her back in the 80s. And, quote, ended up in Miami with a face full of sand and a criminal record. Barbie looks at the horse and wonders where it would take her. Quote, she can swim with Mermaid Barbie and discuss all the things she's learned with President Barbie and be comfortable with everything she knows. Then go back to LA and watch Vanderpump Rules with Gloria tomorrow morning. If she goes to Barbie Land, nothing changes. It's a safe cocoon, wrapping her in a warm blanket of comfort of everything she knows. Isn't that why she became human in the first place? To venture out into those uncomfortable territories? Mm-hmm. So she gets in the carriage. As she travels in the carriage, she thinks about her summer with the family and how much she's enjoyed learning about the human world until she looks down and sees that her jeans, bomber jacket, and Birkenstocks start shifting to match different periods in time.
Oh.
Yeah. Until her outfit becomes stockings, T-strap heels, and a pink swing skirt that she doesn't recognize and decides to stop here because as she's going through the different periods, she's recognizing all her old outfits through the history of Barbie.
Right.
So she gets to a time period she doesn't recognize and decides to stop there.
Because technically right before Barbie.
Yeah, and she hasn't experienced that before.
Right, so this is new.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It is cool. And I love this mechanic that the author made for this. Taking the silly Barbie Land transition and making it into a time travel mechanic. Because it's already just magic.
Yeah, yeah. We like mechanics that make the magic work.
Yeah. And it's simple, creative. It's my favorite part of the story, I think. So Barbie steps out of the carriage into the alleyway and sees a neon sign that reads the Dawn Club, which is a real club that closed in the 40s but reopened in 2023.
Interesting.
And finding a newspaper on the ground, she sees the day is July 21st, 1942. So I don't know if the Dawn Club came up in the Oppenheimer movie. I'm betting it did.
I don't know because I didn't watch it.
Yeah,
so.
I didn't either. But it is funny because those movies came out in 2023 and they reopened the Dawn Club in 23.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really? It came out in 23?
I think so, if I'm remembering right.
Guess that was 3 years ago. Time is so weird.
Time is weird, and it goes fast, and it's scary.
Yeah.
Chapter 2. Not looking into that.
I've seen the abyss once today. I'm backing away.
So Barbie goes into the club. Quote, a man stepping out holds the door open for her, and Barbie smiles at him, grateful. Thank you, she says politely. Anytime, doll. He tips his hat, but her smile disappears. Right, she's back in a man's world.
Yep.
One even more unfair than when Ken took over Barbie Land. So that's
Yep.
that's exactly what I thought about.
Yeah. A real doll.
It's so funny. This is so funny to read after that.
Yes.
Then, right after, she sees a sign that says, no Japanese, no colors. And Barbie's like, oh no, it's also racist here. And the coat checker and barman are both black. So she tries to be nice to them, which kind of backfires on her.
Yeah, I gotta be really careful here.
Because being too nice also attracts attention.
And then the men could get really hurt.
And specifically not to her, to
them.
Specifically
To
to
the
the
men.
bartender in this
Yes.
situation.
Yeah.
So she kind of has to ride the line of being polite, but not being too polite. Mm-hmm. I feel like this scene is like well thought out because someone from our time would naturally want to be kinder to the oppressed class, but that's going to cause friction that you don't want if you're a woman in the 40s.
Also, if anyone else thinks that you being nice to the black men and they think that the black men are hitting on you, they will go lynch that black man, regardless of you just being kind to him.
Yeah.
Like, this is, yeah.
So the best thing you could do in that situation is be vaguely polite.
Just courteous.
Yeah, be courteous and go away. Mm-hmm. You're going to cause more problems than you're going to solve. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I feel like that's pretty well thought out. But Barbie does give like a mean look to the guy that like mean mugs her when she's just being polite. Mm-hmm. So, you know, there's that little bit. Doesn't really account for much, but you know, it's a romance story. We're not gonna solve racism.
Yeah,
in the 40s.
we're not here to deal with this.
So Barbie starts thinking like this is maybe a mistake, like coming back to this time. But she gets a seltzer water and listens to the music. It's there's some brass instruments, clarinet, stand-up bass. They're listening to jazz. Then a man in a gray, wide-brimmed hat comes in, orders a bourbon, and lights up a cigarette.
And I didn't watch Oppenheimer, but I saw the posters.
Yeah, I mean, we know what Cillian Murphy looks like. Oh yeah, forgot to mention, it's the 40s. Everyone is smoking.
Yes.
Constantly.
Everywhere. It's good for your babies, if you're pregnant especially.
Because it's healthy at this point in history. But yeah, Barbie comes in and it's just like acrid with smoke.
Oh my God, the clouds. Like, I remember in the 90s before they banned indoor smoking, walking into my grandma's bar. And you wouldn't be able to see the other side of the room. You know, it was just wild.
Yeah. I remember sitting in smoking sections.
They would ask you smoking, non-smoking. Yep.
Yeah, I do remember that. It's so weird. It's so weird now thinking about it.
I'm so happy that they did ban indoor smoking because my kids are not walking around secondhand smoke all the time at the grocery store, at restaurants, in line places. And it's just so socially unacceptable that I think that changed a lot of smoking habits.
Yeah.
Now it's just vaping. Like, I see people vape indoors and I'm like, shouldn't be vaping around kids here.
So, Barbie is immediately entranced. And thinking of him as striking with his sharp cheekbones, wide mouth, and piercing sunken blue eyes. Barbie's used to like perfect smiles and bodies in the LA scene and with Ken's. So
A very specific kind of football American guy.
A filled out, common, kind of traditionally young male hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Cillian Murphy is unique in his hotness.
He's a unique kind of handsome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Barbie approaches the man, says hi, and asks if she can sit with him. And that he looks a little sad. He says she's stunning, and of course she can. And that he's a bit melancholy. He had a date planned and he got ditched.
Oh. So it's her lucky night.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's someone called Jean, because I think I remember reading somewhere that he had some kind of relationship with a woman named Jean. But again, didn't watch Oppenheimer. Could be something I'm missing. Doesn't matter because Jean doesn't come up. They talk. He asks if she's an actress. And she says she's dabbled, you know. Barbie's had every job.
Yeah, and it's Margot Robbie.
Yeah, and it's
she's
Margot
gorgeous.
Robbie. Yeah. She introduces herself as Barbara Handler because she's Ruth's daughter.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
Funny. But says to just call her Barbie. He introduces himself as Oppenheimer, but says that his students call him Oppie. And I like this as a small thing, the way that he introduces himself here. Both for the writing and for real life, probably, that I've never thought about until I read it in this moment. Instead of saying, my friends call me Oppie, it's my students call me Oppie. It's a little more specific. It gives you a natural, organic lead-in for someone to ask the next question, which is, oh, are you a professor? Which is what Barbie asks. And I really like that. I like that touch.
Yeah, it's good writing.
Yeah.
That is also a way you can tell people something about you without being overt.
Yeah, and I've thought about that as well. Like, that's a good actual way to talk to people, which I'd never thought about before. So, a neat little example of actual good dialogue, real life good dialogue.
Yeah.
So when he introduces himself, Barbie recognizes the name Oppenheimer, but doesn't know from where. So she's going into this not knowing that she's flirting with the atom bomb guy.
Right.
So asking him about his professorship, that gets them on the subject of education. Oppie is, of course, a physicist, and Barbie talks about her classes. And what kind of classes do you think Barbie takes, knowing what you know from this story?
Is she, I was guessing she was doing gen ed, like was in her first year or two of college? Oh, okay. She is General Barbie, or just like, hey, normal Barbie?
Wrong direction. I'll go ahead and spoil it. It is anthropology and sociology.
Oh, I would have never got there.
Yeah. And I feel like this is excellently thought out and consistent with this character throughout the entire story. Barbie wants to be more human.
Ah, she's studying humans.
She likes people.
Right.
Earlier, when Barbie is thinking to herself, she likes to think of the best version of people. And later in the story, when she gets home, she's just people watching, thinking about what people's plans are, wondering what they think. Excellently thought out and kept consistent throughout the whole story, which I like. And like, why is this fan fiction so well written?
You know,
I really wanted that to hit harder because I thought we were going to read something terrible first and terribly written.
This is probably a very wild shot. But I'm wondering if the author was homeschooled, because this is how I have had to interact with other humans as an adult. Because I was raised in a completely different culture to you and other people. And I have had to study how humans work and read a lot of books about psychology and done a lot of observing of other people. And like, college was fascinating because I had never had such a variety of friends before. And the fact she's aware of Barbie being separate and different and how that would actually look is really interesting. Or it's possible she's just a really smart author.
Yeah, it's just it could just be like a really creative decision. Yeah.
But yeah, that's really, really, really interesting. I love that.
Yeah, it's a really good, well thought out addition to this. Because, you know, most people would have wrote that and they were like, yeah, general ed, that makes the most sense. She's new, she's never been in school before. You would just go for gen ed.
Yeah.
But Barbie's just new to being a human. So I like that layer. It's good.
And she's smart. Barbie is not
dumb. She's not an
airhead. No, she's an actually, like, intelligent character.
So, yeah, it's crazy. I love that.
I love that.
So, Oppie has a tendency to space out a bit, which fascinates Barbie. It makes him seem mysterious. The setup, I believe, is that this was around the time that he was working on the bomb. So they start talking about the war, and he vaguely brings up, if ends justify the means when it comes to ending the atrocities that are happening at this time.
Mm-hmm.
Barbie has some awareness of World War II, but she thinks of it in the context of the Kens taking over Barbie land.
Right.
Which is funny.
Because that's the closest thing she's come to.
And says that, she would never really hurt Ken, even with what was at stake in that situation. But, as far as the war goes, she doesn't really know. So she doesn't really, give, a good weigh-in on that.
Mm-hmm. She's aware of her limitations.
Yeah. So they talk for a while longer. Barbie is beginning to get flushed from talking to Oppenheimer because he's very charming. He knows multiple languages. He's speaking Spanish to her and shit.
Oh.
Yeah, it's good shit. So she decides to go freshen up in the bathroom and comes to the realization that she wants to have sex with him.
Oh.
Yeah.
That gynecologist was necessary, I guess.
Was there a gynecologist in the Barbie movie?
At the very end, I'm pretty sure that's her appointment.
Okay, that must be Dr. Cohen. That must have been a named doctor in the movie.
Because she, the joke at the end of the movie is she now has a vagina.
Oh, okay.
She's a real girl.
I'd forgotten about that.
Because she has a vagina.
Yeah, okay. I'd forgotten about that.
Because it's kind of like Pinocchio being a real boy.
Right.
And having, flesh body. Mm-hmm. And so, because, Barbies don't have...
Right. So she's talked to Dr. Cohen about sex at this point. So it brings up Dr. Cohen several times. So it must be the doctor that was at the end of the movie when she's at the gynecology appointment. So she's talked to Dr. Cohen about she's got a rough sex education.
Can I quickly say I'm not a TERF and I'm not excluding trans women. Mm-hmm. I was simply commenting on Barbie being real in the human physical term. Because I know some people were taking that and making stinks about it both directions. Oh. And I just want to say, on our show, we're trans inclusive. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying you have to have a vagina to be a real woman.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's a necessary inclusion, unfortunately. Yeah, she's got a rough education about sex, but is still pretty foggy on the intimate details. Mm-hmm. So she comes back from the bathroom, and Barbie pulls a resistant Oppie onto the dance floor, and they start dancing.
Oh.
She's getting into it. Afterward, I'm buzzing through all this stuff, but it is very caringly written about. Mm-hmm. It goes through all the details. So very well written, but I was planning on this being super short, so I'm trying to buzz through this.
Yeah, because we're both doing a short story and just, yeah.
Oppenheimer asks why she's so interested in him, and Barbie replies, quote, "I could find 1 million men in LA who all look the same, cookie cutter pretty. Pretty is overrated. I'll forget someone who's pretty in a second. But you, I'm not going to forget Robert Oppenheimer anytime soon." He replies, "Pretty can be overrated if it isn't worn well. You wear it exceptionally well. You're an Alphonse Mucha nymph come to life. I don't get that reference."
Can I see how it's spelled?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm guessing it's an artist.
No.
Like a painting, maybe?
Maybe. I'll look it up later and include it here. That was a reference to Alphonse Mucha, a Czech painter and illustrator that was pretty well known at the time. I love that I'm just being lazy.
Yes.
And didn't look it up earlier. I'm just
You're just putting the work, pushing it back. Push it back. Why do today what you can do tomorrow?
So Barbie asks if she can kiss him. And he asks if she really needs to ask his permission. And she replies that consent is very important to her. Mm-hmm. And we love that.
We love that here.
So, yeah, it's a fun little juxtaposition from earlier.
Yeah. A world where people ask.
Yeah, it's crazy. So they kiss, her surging forward, him squeezing her hand and waist, and then he asks where she's staying for the night. And she says maybe he could take her somewhere that they could talk some more. He says that if they go up to his room, they're going to be doing more than talking. To which she says she knows. She's like, I get it. Yeah. And they leave the club together. So, chapter 3. Mostly sex, oral, missionary, she gets on top. All pretty vanilla stuff.
Right. But for her, this is her first time.
Yeah, and it's a lot of that, like, virginal first time experiencing a lot of sex and orgasming and stuff like that. Pretty basic stuff. So I'm not going to learn anything new from this sex writing. But it's written with a lot of care and patience. Like, it really shows that it's a woman writing it, honestly.
That's nice.
It's all in Barbie's head. She feels awkward because she's a virgin, but she remembers talking to Dr. Cohen and, her telling her that she's allowed to be awkward and it's okay.
Yeah.
So
okay, nice.
It's not really written for my demographic.
I would probably enjoy it.
Yeah, probably. I feel like it's definitely more woman-centered. It's focused on Oppenheimer's body and how Barbie feels with her body. I personally feel like it's really well done, but I don't have a good understanding of the female gaze. Nor do I know what it's like to have an orgasm as a woman.
Right, yeah.
So I'm probably not the best judge, but I feel like there was a lot of care and detail put into it. So I feel like it's really well done.
Nice.
Oppenheimer is like super patient and wants to get both of them off, so that's nice.
He's a good lover.
He's a good lover. He's a really attentive lover,
That's
actually.
good. That's good.
He goes down on her first thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
You can tell he's a gentleman.
Nice.
A lot of description of his body, and like I recognize that Cillian Murphy is like very handsome, but to me he just looks like a tall, malnourished Victorian chimney sweep child man.
Those eyes.
Yeah, I see that I fully recognize he's handsome. Just not anything going
Not
on
your
for
type.
me. Yeah, it's
Not
super
your
not my type. Like, even as far as men go, not my type.
Yeah, you're more into like Brad Pitt.
Yeah, I'm into the thick boys.
Yeah, yeah.
like a Hemsworth or a Henry Cavill.
Okay, but Superman or Witcher?
Oh, Witcher, obviously.
I can't understand anyone who likes him in Superman.
Superman's too perfect.
He's too clean. He's too clean in it.
Witcher Henry Cavill, he's just a little bit more on edge than what you're comfortable with. Like, you feel safe with him, but he might do something fucking crazy that you're not ready for.
Yeah.
And that's just the right amount for some people.
Okay.
Yeah. So between sessions, there's dialogue, which is good. Barbie remarks to herself that she feels the most beautiful that she's ever felt. She really enjoys being the full focus of the man who so often drifts off into his own thoughts, and he's probably thinking about the atom bomb and its implications.
Right.
And there's no way she can know about that. She's just enjoying having sex for the first time. She also feels more human. Not like the sex is like magically making her more human. More like she has a more full human experience that she didn't have. They also have these kind of lovers' midnight conversations. The nature of immortality, which is kind of neat, I think. Barbie is kind of exiting her immortality. Because before she was just an idea, and she was, living forever.
Yeah,
just as the idea of Barbie.
Yeah.
But now she's human, and she's going to age and eventually die. At least she's under that understanding in her own head.
Right.
Whereas Oppenheimer is on his way to that kind of immortality.
Right.
As, more an idea than a man in the annals of history. Forever known as the father of the atom bomb. And at this point, they are just passing by each other, like ships in the night, as the old saying goes. So it's really neat to look at these like two disconnected things. Like, in reality, Barbie is just a property. Oppenheimer is a historical figure. It's just so wild to me that someone could put so much thought into this. And it's just wild. I'm honestly baffled by it.
Yeah, this author's really creative.
Yeah.
Really, really creative.
So they also talk a bit about politics, and there's some inclusion of some historical facts about Oppenheimer just littered throughout, like that he wasn't exactly a communist, but he supports a lot of the same causes as the communist. We also get into his opinions on race a little bit, which are certainly progressive for his time. In the story, they're overwhelmingly positive. And historically, that mostly tracks. He was a vocal opponent of Nazi ideology, for sure.
Oh, okay. That's good.
And he worked with a lot of black scientists on the Manhattan Project.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah, which doesn't really mean anything. Like, it's the historical version of, oh, I have a black friend.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really mean a whole lot, but, the fact that he wasn't, like, vocally hating and publicly denouncing the black scientists he was working with, that doesn't mean nothing.
Gotcha.
At the same time, though, the location of the Los Alamos test site displaced a lot of Native American and Hispanic peoples, specifically.
Yeah.
Which, I couldn't find anything that he was vocally an opponent of that either.
Right.
So, yeah.
He was probably, like, morally complex.
Yeah. So a little bit of, like, progressive muppeting going on here a little bit. Like putting like progressive ideas into someone in the past that might not necessarily have had all of those. Mm-hmm. But, in this case, it's like far from the most egregious version of this. Like, this is probably one of the better versions of that.
In this case, we're wanting to see him in a positive light so that we can have a romance story. Yeah. And if we're going to whitewash a little bit to have that, that's what we're going to do.
Also, if you're looking for, like, absolute historical truism in a Barbenheimer fan fiction, I think you, like, need a friend or something.
Right. Like, this isn't meant to be taken very seriously. Right. Not even as historical fiction. It's fan fiction.
Yeah. It's really well done. I'm glad they went through the detail to find those little tidbits to make it, like, super palatable for someone reading it. But it doesn't have to be, like, perfectly
like
true.
You were saying at the beginning, we're removing any friction.
Yeah.
We're removing problems.
Yeah, because we want to have a good time. We want to have, like, nice, calm, consensual sex with these two characters.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said it like that. I don't like the way I said that.
Well, because our previous story was none of those things.
Well, I mean, the way I said it was, I made it sound like we were having sex with the characters.
Oh. No, they're having it with each other.
Yeah. That's what I meant. It's fine. Chapters 4 and 5, because they're both pretty short, so I just mashed them together. It's the next day. Barbie knows she can't stay, and she doesn't want to anchor herself to the first person that she slept with. As much as she likes him and finds him interesting and charming, she quietly dresses, takes a rose from the vase that was meant for Oppenheimer's original date, and she leaves a note. Quote, Oppie, can't wait to see the brilliant things you'll accomplish in the future. Yours, Barbie.
You will be brilliant.
Yeah. So she goes back to the carriage, travels back to L.A. Her original clothes return. At Venice Beach, she calls Gloria for a ride, and she watches the early beachgoers while she waits. In the car with Gloria is Sasha, who is ready to go to school. Barbie is, like, covered with hickeys.
Uh-huh.
And would have looked exhausted.
She would have had the sex hair.
Yeah, and the story mentions that. The story doesn't mention, however, but she should smell like an ashtray.
Yes.
Because everyone the Oppenheimer was, like, lighting up a cigarette, like, every other sentence.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It's just, it's the end of the romance. It doesn't matter. Barbie fills them in on the time travel thing and that she went to the 40s. Sasha asks if she met anyone famous since she's been learning about World War II. Mm-hmm. Very, very organic. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good.
Yes.
And Barbie's like, I don't know. Is Robert Oppenheimer famous? So they tell her about the atom bomb. And she is, like, shocked and kind of devastated by this news.
Yeah.
So, after dropping off Sasha, Barbie tells Gloria about some of the more romantic elements of the night, but not the sex. Mm-hmm. She decides to keep that to herself. And I don't know if it's just like she's not ready to tell her about it, or if she's, like, suddenly ashamed of sleeping with the guy that invented a bomb that killed a lot of people. So I couldn't quite get a read on that one. But she asks if she can stop by CVS. Once Barbie's inside, the clerk asks, "How can I help you today?" And Barbie just smiles and says, "I'm here for Plan B."
Yep.
And that's the end of the story.
Yep.
So, I really enjoyed this story. And I was just baffled that someone went through this much work and care into the Barbenheimer meme.
But we do this.
Yeah. I feel like I don't think I've ever put as much work into a piece as this lady put into this fan fiction.
You haven't. I may have come close a couple of times with a couple of the books that I read. Like, okay, what was the one? The one I read 3 times.
Eternal River?
No, where he calls her a bitch every single page.
Oh.
Swindolini.
Yeah.
That one I read. It took me like 6 months.
Yeah.
And that one, that record was what, 4 hours? Like, and we do this because we enjoy it.
Yeah.
I believe the author enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And
it feels like it was lovingly made.
Yeah, it sounds like she enjoys it as her hobby. And we do this because this is our hobby.
Yeah. But like reading it, I kept like jumping between like taking it super seriously and just remembering how silly this is at the same time. But the writing is excellent, and I also gave this an A.
Yeah, I give it an A.
Yeah.
I am very glad you said to do mine first.
Very weird episode we've done.
Oh, Jesus
Actually.
Christ. Now, I
was not expecting to have, like, yours was a nightmare, but it was also good.
Yes.
Not,
Well written.
yeah.
Yes.
Not what I was expecting out of today.
I wasn't expecting it to be well written either.
Yeah. Like, I thought,
Layers, complex.
yeah. So this story wasn't, like, anywhere near as complex. It was just a nice, well thought out fan fiction romance. And I thought that was great.
That was great. I
It's
liked
a great
that.
palate cleanser for the shit you did.
Yep. I'm ashamed.
And was like, I'm pretty sure this the Barbenheimer one was like 3 times longer. Like,
Yeah.
I kept going through it, and like chapter 3 was like as long as the other 4 chapters.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Well, send me the link to that one, and I will try to include it when this comes out too.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Since they can read A Real Doll online, and they can read this one online, if they choose to inflict the first on themselves, they can then relax with this one afterwards.
Yeah.
Their own Barbenheimer experience.
This was an experience. I was not ready for this today, if I'm honest.
Actually, when you messaged and said you had a script, I was like, oh shit, I didn't write a script for this.
Like
it only took me like an hour and a half to sit down and write it because it's such a short story. But then I was having to like...
Yeah, going through everything, and also me stopping and laughing like every 12 seconds.
Well, because it's so absurd. It is such an absurd premise.
Yeah.
And then it's
But very
horrifying.
serious things going on.
Yeah.
Very serious and concerning things.
Yep.
And like, God, like, just the elements that were like so familiar to me as like at one point a very unhealthy male mind. Like, that's so fascinating that a female author is that insightful with it. That's insane to me.
Yeah, reading afterwards that she won, awards and was a well-known women's writer, and I was like, that makes sense. A little bit devastating.
You know what? Sometimes books are good.
And
When did that happen again? When did we get back to good books? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Books are good again. When? How?
Well, I mean, we've done bad stuff that was written well.
Yeah. No, it definitely fits within the theme of the podcast, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but this specific episode, I'm kind of exhausted. I think I want. Unfortunately, I'm drinking 0 sugar Mountain Dew, so I can't go take a nap. But maybe I can lie down and close my eyes.
Yeah.
And
lie
dream
very
of-
still until everyone else
of
wakes up, like
Barbie.
the Haley Joel Osment robot. That scene lives rent free in my head.
Do what?
Do you not remember artificial intelligence?
Oh, I haven't seen that since I was a child.
Oh, you need to rewatch that one and cry your fucking guts out.
Oh, I don't know about that. It's the kid with the from the Sixth Sense.
Haley
and
Joel
Jude
Osment.
Law. I'm emotionally drained today. Don't give me anything else today.
Go watch that next week or something. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed their Barbie Barbenheimer double feature.
Yeah.
That was way longer than I expected. I have to get this shit edited by Friday. Actually, I gotta get it edited by Thursday.
I believe in you.
I don't.
You can do this. I believe in you. Send us more emails with more suggestions. I really appreciate this one. And a lot of the stuff I do is stuff I read originally as a kid. You know, a good chunk of my stuff. Some of it is new.
Yeah.
But just having something where it was so memorable that they could listen to us, remember it, go find it for me. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Our email is bibliowrecks@gmail.com. BiblioWrecks. I don't think I said that right. I'm too tired.
BiblioWrecks.
@gmail.com.
Yep.
And have a happy 4th of July.
And don't fuck your sister's dolls.
And don't scrub it out with
Don't
her toothbrush.
come in Ken's neck or whatever that was.
Do go fuck Oppenheimer.
Go fuck out. He's great.
He's apparently a fantastic lover.
Fantastic.
Go read.
He is attentive. He is caring.
Go read some fiction from the female gaze.
He is
and feel
hyper-focused on making a bomb that will kill a lot of people.
But we can distract him for one weekend, one night.
Yeah, we can give him, like, in his tortured life, we can just give him one amazing night.
Yep. So until next time, bye.
Bye.
Come on, party. Let's go party.